So welcome back, y'all. We got another episode of The Truth About Pro Wrestling. And when it comes to, I just want to say, like, the channel, the production, just everything overall, like, don't worry. Big things is coming. All I have to say with that. Because I want to get straight into it. That's why, because I just had to have something in my body. And this, of course, y'all getting this, because, not that it's noted, but I just was like, I just got home. Today's Sunday, even though this is going to be released tomorrow on Monday. But, yeah, I just got home, and so I just want to get this out of the way. Even though still I had to eat something, but yeah, now that I'm kind of a bit settled, and I still want to kick back and enjoy myself. I just want to get this out of the way. Make a little quick one. Noted also that just AEW doesn't deserve to be in this. I was thinking about it, but it's like, especially me as a professional wrestling fan, as I understand entertainment, and how I just don't feel like they're worthy. AEW is, or Tony Khan overall, because it's just that, especially I just feel like this is slap Tony Khan, AEW, that whole, just everything, like that whole, like I said, of the modern, what professional wrestling, what they consider professional wrestling today, and it's just like, yeah, it's just a slap in the face, and is what I believe and feel like personally. So, which is why I took them out of the title, and which is why I regard them as such, and why I pretty much whenever I mention AEW or Tony Khan, that whole culture, it's like I mention them in like small speak or whatever. Like I talk them as if they're taboo, because I feel like, yeah, I just feel like they're a disgrace to professional wrestling. And you have your issues, or or wherever, but that's just simply whether you completely fucking hate it. That's my opinion, and that matters. So to get into why we're here with this discussion today, people hate Vince. For wherever. Vince and how he's regarded in the landscape of professional wrestling today. I get it. I think, of course, I'm still a new channel, but me personally, even, I would never, of course, the character, Vince McMahon, the character, of course, absolutely fucking is one of my favorites in entire history, or whether you went to a character, booker, a promoter, of course, but the person, I never really liked Vince McMahon, the behind the curtain, which is also kind of, like I said, kind of scary, because it's his character is kind of like a mirror of who he is in real life, even though we still don't know who he is personally, but how it doesn't matter too. Like I said, given that who he is to the profession, to the industry, it still is. Like I said, given that what he is to the industry, and just to, his character, you take everything into consideration at all, and just the countless scandals and the shit that he's had on his belt for a long time. You can kind of see, you still get a peek into what he actually is as a person, regardless of however he says that people really don't know him. But yeah, that's my little rant on Vince. But yeah, and I say it all the time, for the little people, I do notice you and all, that you've been rocking with me, but for everybody else still too also, that, yeah, it's not that I don't understand and I don't get. It's that it's that, like, I really don't get why. It's just like professional wrestling has to be the way it is right now in today's climate, especially with, they have so many opportunities. Like, for real, it's like so many opportunities. And like what I just said in my like when I talked about Rhea Ripley, it's like Triple H, it's like, even like you could put, it's like Tony Khan in this context poop, but I'm just like Triple H and just WWE is the context, because you really, like I say, you can really put AEW in the same context, which is why I talked about them earlier, mentioned them earlier. But still, right now, it's like I said, I like to use WWE or Triple H, being that he's the current head of creative, as the crux, the example. And it's like there's so many opportunities, like so much too, could be done, that he could be doing, that WWE could be in modern WWE in 2020-25 could be about, but it's like they refuse to do that. It's all about a trend, and how can this go viral and that go viral. And I'm just so sick of it. Like, I'm just so tired of it. It's just like, not only because also not like it's not that, of course, the drama used to always be there. I mean, the politics, the drama, all of that was always there, obviously. But it's like now, I mean, you can't really look to the entertainment. I mean, unless you're growing up in this time, when it comes to an OG like me, or really, I mean, that shit doesn't matter also, because we all, like I said, regardless of how old we are, we still, doesn't matter how your age or what generation you came up in, we all know, we can all deter shit from shit. We know what is good, and we know what's good and what's not good. All right, so I'm tired. I'm probably going forward too, that I'm probably like in a different context and to really move it, because like I'm tired of trying to, but I'm tired of I'm tired of that. I'm tired of narratives. I'm tired of stereotypes. I'm tired of that shit. But when it's really what's in front of us, and that's just simply just the problem. That's all. I mean, there's the right and the wrong, and because it's just like, and it's just of course they refuse to do it. Like I said, it's just more so. Like I said, it's just it's all about, it's just profit over value. Bullshit over having a good time. And like that's just my mindset. That's how I feel, and that's just like in 2025 and about professional wrestling. I get it. I get like Triple H. He's like I said, whether it comes to Cody Rhodes, or it used to be, it was Seth Rollins a decade ago, when one of his, like, being like the top guys. It's bad enough that wrestling is nowhere near where it was generations ago. But like, you have guys that like they that don't do it, also that don't do anything to improve the product, whether that comes to the characters and the promos, just overall them as a commodity. And there's just like that, that's even worse, because you had Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins as they are. I said I would give a shit more about, because I like Seth Rollins. I liked Cody Rhodes at one point, individually as wrestlers, as a talent. But like, it's just like them now, like this match and them going into Crown Jewel, when it's just like how can I get excited about it? Like that's all we get. It's just a promo, and it's just like, and attacks, and that's it. Like, that's a brawl and a pro. Like, that's really it. And as I go back, that's where we go back to Vince. Well, I said, people talk shit and they hate Vince, especially like, the kids today, they hate Vince, of course. I mean, you hate him all you want. Like I said, I don't, when it comes to the person, Vince McMahon, oh yeah, I mean, he's a piece of shit. But it's like, him as a talent is one of the greatest minds of not only just professional wrestling, but entertainment history. Like of course, what said that segment, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Let me see, like that, of course, I'm pretty sure I got like 1 million views. Of course, like being as high, as high as has been for Triple H, being as high as he is on Seth. like, you know, like Triple H is just like when it comes to him too. Like I said, people can say what they like him as a professional wrestler too. You know, history. I'm sorry, you know, Triple H, it will go down in history as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. But you know, it's it's just facts. But it's like I'm pretty sure like probably one of y'all kids, y'all can go back too. But go back to that. You can see like the real go back to it like. Because when Triple H was still a wrestler, and when he because I guess he went out. I guess it was in 2001. He got injured, and then he had that. It was a long journey to coming back, and he came back in that January of 2002, because that was on the onwards to that WrestleMania 18 in the Royal Rumble, and he came back, and it's like you can also go into like that video too. Triple H returns 2002. And it's like that video got like 14 million views. 14 million views. I don't even think prior, like even WrestleMania. Like I said, but they barely do a video. Like I said, that's just Triple H returning, and that was like I think they uploaded that in the 2010s because that's when they started really uploading. And also yeah, and it's like that video has like 14 million views. WWE can hope they do that kind of number today, even at WrestleMania, and it's like that alone too. That's Triple H's return, and 14 fucking million views, and I can only imagine that night that the number that the show as viewership got. So it's like. Like you had like guys like Tyler, especially too. I say I get it because he's high. I say like he's high on Cody Rhodes, just like he was just like how him as like a booker, a producer and all, everything, head of creative, just as he's high on Cody Rhodes right now, just as he was on Seth Rollins. And it's like, look where like I said, regardless of what people say. Yeah, I mean, these guys, they still got talents about themselves, but it's like, it doesn't help the fact that your product is shit and has been for how many years now, and it doesn't help the fact also like your talent doesn't exude that, like they don't expand that. It's just like it brings it down even further when you go to and that's when you go break down to everything at all. Overall, and it's like that's why you know what, well, I just want to keep it to like the big shows, and why it's like I just don't talk about Raw or SmackDown, because I mean it's the same shit week after week that I just see when you having this whatever era they want to call it, the ESPN, the Netflix, the shitty bear era. Like I don't care, like. It's the same shit week after week. And it's like you see what they did. Of course, you see what they did with John Cena. That has been shit. This is the farewell tour. R-Truth, they didn't do shit. Jack shit. Completely bailed. Of course, on R-Truth and what they could have did with him. New Day also. That's a failure. I mean, of course. I mean, even if this year didn't tell us enough, there was a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities where I feel like Triple H could have really set his mark as this newer version, of a newer era for generation right now, of WWE for professional wrestling. Could have been his own Vince McMahon, but it's like, of course, you gotta, like I said, it's just the whole thing about companies suck up, and it's more so it's profit valued over just simply entertainment. I mean, it doesn't, the fans, fuck the fans. I mean, if you don't kiss our ass, and, we already know how that's turned out for the last 5 years when it comes to, in general, when it comes to these companies and how they treat us. Because I feel like the people in charge now, to where, people years ago, where it's like, it's much, they get emotional. Like a Triple H. They get emotional. Because of because of how sensitive this generation is now, and the mindset of companies now, where you gotta kiss ass, you gotta kiss our ass. You can't talk, you can't say anything. You can't be a fan. You can't do. That's not your job as a fan. is to get on your knees for our, open up our buttocks and kiss it repeatedly. Yeah, I mean, that's the company of a mindset. That's the mindset of a company nowadays. You gotta love it. Blame the fans, so you don't have to put any effort at all. Blame everything else except what you do, except you as a talent. Yeah, because that definitely works out.